Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Anna.
We're the Hutchinsons.
We own Hutchinson Maple Products in Lake Paul, Nova Scotia, and we're the largest certified organic maple producers in the province of Nova Scotia.
For over 21 years on the road, running a successful trucking business, we've had quite a journey that has taken us home here to Hutchinson Acres.
This is our story.
Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Leanne, the sales manager with Hutchinson Maple Products, and today we'll be making butternut squash samosas with a maple chipotle dipping sauce. And to start, you're going to need a butternut squash, about 1 to 1.5 pounds. This one is about 3 pounds, so I cut it in half and roasted it at 400 for about 40 minutes or until it was fork tender. And then I scooped out the flesh and discarded the outer part, the skin. And here I already have my squash mashed and ready to go. So I'm just going to take you over to my stove and we're going to fry the onions and the garlic. And now we're going to fry up our onions and our garlic in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. My pan has already been preheated. So it's all nice and hot. So there's our olive oil. And the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of onion, but I like a little bit more, so I've probably got 4 tablespoons here. And 2 garlic cloves. Mix that around. We're going to fry this for about 5 minutes or until the onions and garlic are soft. There, that's pretty good. So we're just going to turn off the heat, remove the pot from the burner, and add our curry powder, which is 1 tablespoon of curry powder. We're going to mix that up. Oh, it smells so good with the curry. And we're going to add our already mashed squash. And we're just going to mix that up. And we're going to add a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of Hutchinson's maple syrup. And we're going to mix this all up. Mix it nice and creamy. And this is the filling for our wontons. So this is all prepared, so now we're going to go ahead and fill our wontons. To fill the wontons, we are going to use just shy of a tablespoon of the filling and just put it in the middle of each wonton wrapper. I like to work with about 6 at a time. That way they don't get dried out. And don't be tempted to add more filling because it's just going to ooze out the sides when you go to seal them. And a couple more. Okay, and then we're going to, I've got 1 beaten egg, and we're just going to seal the edges with a pastry brush and spread a little bit of the beaten egg on the corners or the sides of each one. Then that just helps it to stick when you seal them. All right. And you want to work diagonally with your wonton wrapper. So just fold it diagonally down the middle and pinch it with a fork so they're nice and sealed. And you see, I even have a little bit coming out the sides there, so. And I'll just put them on the platter as I finish them. These freeze really well, so if you want to make extra and put them in your freezer, you can just, I would fry them ahead of time, and then when you take them out, you can just heat them up in your oven. I'd probably heat them up at about 375 or 400, and they stay nice and crispy, and they're a super easy appetizer. There. Now we're just going to take these over to the stove and fry them in a little bit of oil. So we're going to fry up the wontons now. They're all stuffed and ready to go. And we're going to work in batches because we don't want to overcrowd our pan too much. So I have some hot oil. You can use canola oil. That's a great oil for frying. Or a peanut oil or an avocado oil. Just, you want to make sure that it's a high smoke point oil. So not an olive oil or vegetable oil, preferably. So we're just going to put a few in this pan. I'm using a cast iron pan, which is great for frying because they hold the heat really well. And just seems to be even cooking. So I like using a cast iron, but you know, you can use whatever pan you have. And I can fit, we'll try a couple of more in here. One more. And I just make sure that I push down the edges so they're all getting exposed to the oil and frying evenly. They don't take very long, just maybe 30 seconds aside or until they're nice and browned. See, there's a nice golden one. And another reason you don't want to overcrowd your pan is because they can fry very quickly and get away from you. So it's nice to be able to manage what is in your pan. There we go. Just about. That one needs another minute. Yeah. And we're just about there. But see, look at that golden color. That's what we're looking for right there. So you don't want to have your oil too hot, otherwise they're going to burn very quickly. And I've just got a piece of paper towel that they're draining on. No, that one, you see the end was a little bit white still. Those are all fried, and now we're going to make our maple dipping sauce. And now we're going to make our maple dipping sauce for our butternut squash samosas. So first we're going to use half a cup of the chipotle and lemongrass infused maple syrup. We're going to pour that in a little dish. And then we're going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of curry paste and 2 tablespoons of smoky mustard. And we're going to give it a little whisk. Incorporate it all. This is a really nice dipping sauce. It keeps well in the fridge if you don't use it all right away. the little lumps out. There. Our maple dipping sauce. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. For these recipes, as well as where to find a complete list of our products online, please visit HUTCHINSONACRES.com, as well as if you make these recipes, please drop us a line and let us know what you thought.
Next week on Hutchinson Acres, we're bottling the last of last season's maple syrup as the new season is about to begin.